Man, so today we're going to be talking about the reason why you're jobless is because society wants you to feel unworthy and useless. All right? That's what people's whole agenda has been, okay? That's what people's whole agenda has been. And we're going to talk about it. Okay? So everybody get in. If this title fits you well, serves you well, definitely if you feel this way, make sure y'all give us a like, okay? Because I knew I needed to talk around this subject more and more, but like I just didn't know how to start it. But now that I've been on TikTok today, I've been scrolling and there's been a lot of videos tonight of like this fear-based type stuff, right? And a lot of people are making videos on their financial situations and how um scared or afraid that they are. But it's kind of like I don't know if like my perception is changing because I've been more like I've been more what's the word? I have been more diligent in reading the word, right? I've been more diligent in that. And so it has actually given me rest. You know, when they say, cast your anxieties onto me and you'll get rest. The crazy thing is, it actually works. The crazy thing is, it actually works. Okay. So I was on TikTok and this girl was crying her eyes and crying her soul out, okay? And she was like, what the heck is this? Move this off my screen. That'd be great. What? I don't know. Do I look like it? Okay, that's interesting. Do I look like it? Hey, welcome in. Somebody asked me, am I Muslim? No? No, I'm actually not. Why? Because I got this head wrap on? Because I wear my hair like this? No, I'm actually not. But that's kind of funny that you say that. But my grandmother was Muslim, and I think I kind of dress like her, to be honest. But anyhow, anyhow. So anywho, let's continue the conversation. So I was on TikTok today, and this girl was crying her eyes and her soul out because she just felt like she didn't have a job, right? And so she's just like, I just feel like I wish I could play the video for y'all, but like this is a mobile live and this is not like a StreamYard. If it was a StreamYard, I would show y'all the video. So I was on TikTok. Yes, I'm from the USA. So I saw this girl and she was crying her eyes out and her soul out because she don't have a job. And she like, I went to school, I've been diligent, I did what they told me to do, and I've did like chemistry, biology, and I cannot seem to find a job. And she's like, I have a son, and then she's like, just do not have children. Do not have children because it's hard to battle like what are you going to do with your offspring when they have nothing to do with their own survival, right? Hey, welcome in. So they're like, my child has nothing to do with, what's going on in society. I just have to be, the person to, keep us afloat, keep us alive. And she's like, I've done my due diligence. And you could tell she's like not from here. You could tell she's not from here. Like, I wouldn't say an immigrant because I don't want to use the word immigrant. So, habla español. Yes, I speak a little Spanish. Thank you. Hola. Do I speak a little Spanish? Yeah. I speak pequeño. Pequeño. Okay. I speak a little Spanish. But anyhow, what else was I say? Yeah, so she's talking about how her child is innocent and how she needs to keep, yes, and she needs to keep like fending for her child, however, and she's so sad that she don't have a job. And she's like, I applied to like over 1,000 jobs. My whole thing is I've been unemployed since August. It is now January. At this point, it's kind of sounds scary to like the average person. Like, oh my God, you've been unemployed for this long. I'm like to this point now where like I care, but I don't care. Okay. I'm at to this point where I care, but I just do not care. Right. Thank you. Appreciate it. Where it's like, it's almost like if you've been unemployed for a while, it's almost like you kind of get used to it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But let me just say this. Those of you who believe and who don't believe, everybody believe in different stuff, however. But that whole Bible scripture where they're like, cast your anxieties onto me and I'll give you rest. That's literally where I'm at. That's literally where I'm at. Because this is the whole thing. Everyone keeps relying on this system to give them validation. And this is the whole point of life in itself for me right now. Is that so many people are constantly looking for validation when the only person who needs to validate you is you. Literally, literally, the only person that needs to validate you is you. And what I mean by that is, as people are just looking for company to company, okay? People are on here looking from company to company, job to job. Oh my God, will somebody accept me? You are constantly fiending for approval through these jobs, through these companies, constantly putting your application. And so many people have gone on this internet and start bawling out, crying, feeling like they're unworthy, feeling like they're useless because they do not have a job. Let me tell you, your job does not make you. When I say this, listen, okay? It's not even what other people think about you. It's literally what do you think about you and where do you think you can go within your mindset, within your being. Okay? People do not realize that they have the tools and the tools are laying right there. Like, people do not realize the tools are laying right. They laying on the side, on your bedside. Okay? The tools that you have are lying on your bedside. Y'all go from company to company, job to job. Oh, I applied to like 1,000 jobs. I applied to like 30 jobs. Okay, great. If you don't believe in you, why would you expect anyone else to? All right, you my type of tribe. You my type of tribe. Let's keep it going. Okay. So, like I was saying, people go from company to company looking for validation. Somebody please give me a job. Let me tell you, it's been August to now. I probably only applied to 60 jobs. People were like, oh my God, you only applied to 60 jobs? Because yes, I do believe in applying, but I also believe in giving yourself grace and also giving yourself rest and rest to think about where do you want your life to go. Regardless of a job, where do you want your trajectory to go? Where do you want to be? Right? Regardless of the freaking job. That's a lot. From August to now, up 60 jobs, that's a lot. Guess what? They're all reject, 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 reject. Did that make me discouraged? Yes, it made me discouraged, but it did not make me feel like a worthless, useless, unworthy person. It did not make me feel like that. I'm going to tell you why and how it did not make me feel that way, and how this message can be empowering to you if you're jobless right now. Okay? So, what I did in my unemployment, and trust me, I've been unemployed before. Okay? Because this is the thing about life, you will gain things and you will lose things. You'll gain things and you'll lose things. There's this saying in this classic film that everyone talks about, Friday, where the grandfather is like, or the dad is like, you'll win some, you'll lose some. But he was talking about fighting and like, is you gonna win certain battles or not? But literally, I've had jobs, I've lost jobs. I've had job, I lost jobs. And it's not just off the merit sake of, oh, can she keep a job? No, it's literally because these jobs and life itself is disintegrating, and that these systems are broken down. How are you putting all of your trust into systems that are already disintegrating? And you're like, oh my God, I must be useless. My schooling must not be right. Like what? I have, yes, I have lost a lot of jobs too. I understand that. Didn't grasp that from that perspective. Reiterate that for me, because I don't know where I was at the talking point. Reiterate that in the chat. But yeah, if the system is already broken, how are you deeming yourself as unworthy? How are you deeming yourself as useless? Right now, these systems are useless. But the tools that you have right next to you on your bedside, in the back of your head, your past, the lessons you've learned in your life are deemed as worthy and valuable. People are not recognizing that them being a living, breathing human being is valuable, period. Not looking for corporations to give you self-esteem, because you're the person that's going to give you self-esteem. Okay? Because this is what helped me reiterate what self-esteem really was. Because a lot of people say, love yourself, self-care, treat yourself, blah, blah, blah. I literally understood what self-esteem was this morning. This freaking morning. Okay. This is what self-esteem means to me. But y'all let me know in the chat, what does self-esteem mean to y'all? Self-esteem means to me is being honest with yourself and meeting yourself where you are and where you want to go. People who have low self-esteem never or rarely check in with themselves on what they want, where they want to go, what their trajectory is, what their bounds, and what their limits are. Why did I discover that this morning? Because, y'all, I couldn't sleep. So I tend to watch YouTube when I can't sleep, or I'm like illustrating on my iPad, however, right? Okay, so everybody has some type of gift. Everybody has some type of talent. Why are you letting that go to waste? Why are you letting that go to waste? We already have the tools that we need. Show the folks the tools that you have in your brain. Like, people are forgetting the things that they were taught over life. Whatever you were taught over your lifetime, over your lifespan, can be taught to other people, and people will want to join and become a community and conversate with you. And thus, if they like you that much and you've built yourself as a person and you built yourself as a brand, guess what? You can create products and services, and thus you will get the income, or the means. However, people are constantly a job. I know that it takes a while to create a brand. Hence, where I'm at, I can't sleep. Also, people need to dig deep inside themselves and figure out what they're good at. Everyone is good at something, and they must figure it out. Okay. Yes. That's the basis of what I'm trying to say. I feel like, let me tell you something else why I feel like some of us cannot sleep and we think it's income based. Yeah, it's a little concerned about your finances, but that's not why you can't sleep. I feel like the spirit is coming through me. Y'all, look at my cat. Do y'all see him? Do y'all see him? Oh my god. Boy, hold on, y'all. Did y'all see that? You okay? Oh my god. Okay. What a show. Okay, so back what I was saying. Okay, back to what I was saying. Dang, wait, where was I at last? Dang, where was I at? Oh my god. What was I saying last? I forgot. Oh, the sleep. Okay, you said because of the technology. The reason why we cannot sleep is because we have a bigger purpose. And we know deep down inside we meant to do more. We're meant to create something. We're meant to do something. And it's almost like there's a fire brewing. While like there's a fire brewing somewhere in the back of your mind, like, girl or man, you know you're supposed to be doing A, B, and C right now. You know you're supposed to be teaching these people A, B, and C. You know you're supposed to be directing these people A, B, and C. Why aren't you doing it? Trying to get the last of that Chinese. Yes. Yes. This is why I feel like some of us cannot sleep. It's because we know dang dong well we supposed to be doing something that we're being slept on. You are trying to sleep on something that you're meant to be doing right now. Because everyone is going through 1,001 different things right now. And you could be the person helping people right now. And you're so fixated on getting these companies to approve you when you can approve yourself and thus for help other people learn to approve themselves and then everybody approved so they can get that coin. Okay? So I'm saying, why let society validate you when you can validate yourself? That's literally my message for tonight. I'm not going to go too crazy because you know people can talk all night, but that's literally my message for tonight. Why give these companies validation when you give yourself validation? Why give these outside people validation when you can give it to yourself? Okay, so let me go back to what I was saying before my cat interrupted me because I just remembered it. So the reason why I discovered what self-esteem was this morning, because we all think self-esteem is self-care and treating yourself nicely and saying affirmations. However, 6 in the morning, I turned on YouTube. I scroll, on my little subscription feed. I watched this one girl, and she talks about different things that happen on TikTok or however, those type of YouTubers that just go on other social medias and talk on whatever happens to other people. So this girl, y'all, let me tell you. So this girl, I don't like gossip channels, but the message within it had me realize what self-esteem actually was. Okay? So it was a YouTuber. It's a woman. And then she was reacting to this girl telling this story about how a certain man did her wrong. And I'm just I'm listening to the story, right? And it was just the story kept going on and on and on and on. I'm like, girl, when is this story gonna end? I don't even think I went to the very last ending of that video. This girl made me realize what self-esteem actually was, because she kept trying to make the man at fault. And I'm like, girl, you played a role, because if you had limits, if you had bounds, if you had boundaries, if you had standards, then this would have not kept going on, right? And there's a song that I listen to. It's by Jacob Lattimore and Trevor Jackson. And he says in the song, it goes, "'Cause the man you laid with, you made him." He said, "'Cause the man you laid with, you made him." And I thought about it. I'm like, what does that mean? It literally means you've allowed a certain behavior go on, and then now all of a sudden you have a problem with it. And I'm not saying that I've never done no ish like that, where, you know, how people don't let go when they need to let go, you know, when they see red flags or however the case may be. But it is some ladies out here that don't know their bounds. They don't know their limits. They don't have a trajectory in their lives. And this is sad. People do not have a trajectory of where their life is going to go. And I'm not saying I know exactly where my life is going to go, because we in 2025 and you know what all is going on. Yet you have to know what you're going to tolerate and what you're not going to tolerate. I admittedly slack on my passions sometimes, and I beat myself up over it. Guess what? I do the same freaking thing. Like sometimes I'll know. I'm telling you, it's the spirit. I feel like it's the spirit and then it's society. It's the spirit, then it's society. It's like you battling your higher self. When I say the spirit, I'm saying your higher self. The person that you want to elevate to be, the person that you want to become, right? And you really do see certain stuff for yourself, right? But then here comes society and TikTok, right? Oh, this happened all today. Let me tell you, all today I was on TikTok, right? And I took a couple days off of TikTok. Okay, all today I got back on TikTok because, you know, it's back from the ban, however. This reported, somebody died. This report. And I almost, like the person who passed away, I almost started crying. I looked up at the ceiling, took a pause, and I'm like, oh my God. Because I literally, true tea, I've been crying for like the past 3 days on some real ish. So I'm like, I can't cry again because I'm really going to tire myself out. Okay? Like, I started crying because this is a very transparent moment. Because I've lost 2 family members recently. And I had to get over that hurdle. And then now it's like, I feel like I'm actually, like, I have grieved before, but now I feel like I'm actually grieving it. And then so much else is going on in the background. And then knowing that people have lost their homes in California from a fire. And I'm just sitting here looking like, so all these people lost their home from a fire. It just gives very much so side eye for me. Like, it don't make sense to me. But it gives very much so side eye. And I'm just like, and somebody, I think I was watching Monty 3P or something, or somebody, and they were talking about, you know, how sad it is to build to work for something so hard. Oh, I think it might have been somebody off of TikTok too. But it's sad to see people work for something so hard, like build up their homes, build up, things for their families, like cars and however this case may be, for everybody's, basic necessities. And to see it just get wiped away in a matter of seconds is like crazy. It's like crazy. Okay. Mm-mm. In a matter of seconds. I'm like, that literally, it don't even gotta be a fire. You know what I'm saying? It don't even have to be a fire. Like it could literally be that somebody's finances is not in order and you gotta go. And you gotta say goodbye, to something that you may have built or somebody in your family have built. Like a lot of times I be thinking like if people built all this stamina and all this hope to, create their own businesses and then they create a family business and then like their family doesn't want to take over the business and then the business have to close. I'd be like, that's a shame. Like stuff like that, I'd be like, dang. Like things that people have truly built from the ground up and it just be like, oh, it's gone the next day. Oh, that's why I feel, I don't know. It's almost like you should appreciate, it's kind of crazy to say, but you should appreciate your lows and your highs in life. Especially, it's kind of crazy, but especially your lows. It's kind of crazy that I say this because it truly does build character. It truly does build character because my whole, my whole work history has been off and on, off and on, off and on, off and on. Okay. And it just makes you appreciate life in a different light than someone who's probably always had a job or who always has steady income or people who always have versus people who they could be up one season, they could be down one season, they could be up this year, they could be down the next year, you know what I'm saying? And when you don't experience any lows in life and you just on the up and up, it's like you have no idea how to swim in the deep end. You know what I'm saying? It's like you have no idea how to swim in the deep end. So even if you are going through a low time right now, like literally appreciate the fact that you are being able to grow character, that you are being able to grow as a person, that you are like truly developing. Because when I lost my two family members 2 years ago, oh my God. Oh my God. It, like, I can't even describe to you the pain. Like, I just can't even describe to you. You know what I mean? But through all of it, now that it's almost to the tail end of, the whole dealings and whatnot, it's made me such, I don't even want to say a stronger person because I don't like the term strong. I really don't like the term strong, but it has definitely developed me as a woman. Definitely. Like just losing two family members in 1 year, definitely a true development. Okay. So definitely appreciate the lows in as well as the highs. Because everybody can appreciate the highs. Everybody can appreciate when things are going well and swell. But even in your lows, I'm telling you, like this lady on TikTok, I saw her video very briefly, and she was like, what she say? And she was like, dang, what'd she say? She was like, in my lowest of times, she was like, I've been through so much ish in my life between this, and this, whatever she named. She was like, it's definitely made me see what I am made of and what my capabilities are. When you've hit rock bottom or you're hitting near rock bottom, life will really show you what you're made of. Seriously. And I remember going to my dad's house and he was just like, my dad looked at me and he was like, you are stronger than you think. And it's like, yeah, in a way, that's a compliment, but then it's not because being perceived as strong or being perceived that, like, oh, you have everything together is far from the truth. You feel what I'm saying? And so I don't like the term strong woman. I don't like it. I'm not into it at all because a lot of the time, and I was talking about this the other day, or just even thinking about it, is like people are not necessarily strong, they're suppressing things. And people like to go around and be like, strong woman or a strong person. Oh, you're so strong. No, I'm suppressing things to make it seem as though I'm okay. Basically, right? I'm suppressing things to make it seem like I'm okay. Right? Yeah, in the ending, once God has gotten me through the challenges and the trials and the tribulations, yes, then it seems as if I'm strong. But through the midst of the pain and the trial and the tribulation, it feels like suppression. And that's what we've been learned to do, is to suppress emotion. Okay? And I say that as all people. And I'm not even going to make it race based. I'm going to just say everybody. Everybody has been taught some way, shape, form of suppression. Okay? And that's the whole thing with the whole self esteem thing. Is that we a lot of the reason why people struggle with their self esteem too, and why I discovered that I was actually struggling with my self esteem before. Like I never thought, I'm gonna be so for real. I never thought that I had not so great self esteem. Like I never really had problems of like, I never really had like look problems, right? I never really was like, oh, I don't like this about me. I don't like this about me. I never had that. It's more like, I feel like self esteem is also a mental thing. And people make self esteem be like, oh, am I pretty or am I ugly or am I attractive? That's what I feel like people made self esteem out to be like when I was younger. But self-esteem is really like a mental game. Like how are you when life is beating your ass? You know? It's like how do you react when people are really testing your nerve and your patience, you know? That's so funny. He came. I don't know. I just thought about that chat comment when somebody came up in here speaking Spanish, and he said, "Do you speak Spanish?" And I said, "Pequeño." And then he said, "Ha ha ha." Yes. So that's what I think self esteem. Self esteem is a mental thing. Self esteem is not about just, oh, let me pamper myself. Let me go get something cute for today. Let me go shop at TJ Maxx today. Like, No. Self-esteem is a mental game when life is beating your tail, and even when life is going so, like, how are you planning to navigate your life? Even when it feels like a brick wall is and you being crushed between two brick walls. Like, how do you see your life? Right? And it's just highly important to have limits, boundaries, standards. And yes, it is important to have values and morals. And it's so crazy because I was watching a little bit briefly of Alter Ego Sean today. And he said something about people of today don't have morals, or they're trying to get rid of it. And it's just like, no, not I. Not I said the cat. I don't know if y'all remember that, but not I said the cat. Not I. Because my whole thing, if you don't have morals, or you don't have values, or you don't have standards anymore, that's literally saying anyone can do anything to you when you come across any person. Like, no. That's not what we doing, right? And a lot of people need to relearn respect, not just for giving it to others, but giving it to yourself. Okay? So that's my message for tonight. Let me tell you, you're going to validate yourself from then on. You're not going to let society make you feel useless or unworthy just because you're jobless right now. Because guess what? I made my own website in unemployment, and I can teach you how to do your own website, how to make your shop quick, fast. If you want to put a shop up in like the next 2 days, you can put a shop up. I can show you how to do it. It's nothing. Everybody want to learn digital products, da, da, da. And then y'all be going to the wrong people on TikTok and selling y'all a dream just to scam your money. You have to watch people. Let me tell you. Ooh. This was something I thought about earlier today. And I literally was going to say it again. Sometimes you have to watch people first. Sometimes, you know what? I was thinking about something. So this kind of relates to the video that I said I was watching earlier today at 6 a.m. when I couldn't sleep. It's a good thing that people watch you from afar. It's a good thing that people watch you from afar. Especially if you're a woman and of the opposite gender. Cause sometimes I be like, a lot of us women, we be thinking like, why do dudes just be staring, but they don't say nothing? Why do dudes be staring but they don't say nothing? Like, a lot of us be like, okay, cause I remember getting to this thought process in my head where it's like, okay, let's say you out and about, right? Let's say you out and about, you doing you. Like, I'm a type of person, I'll be out and about, I get stares. Hold on, my cat is doing a number in the kitchen. Hold on. Little boy, get out the kitchen. You is not invited in my kitchen. Get on. Okay, I'm back. He's trying to play in my kitchen. That is not gonna be okay. But anyhow, let folk watch you from afar. Let folks observe you. Because if folk do not observe you and they just come and they gunning straight to you, and they don't have no breathe, they don't give you no breathing room. Oh baby, that's the wrong person. That's the wrong person. No. No, they don't have great intentions. If they don't let you breathe, that person do not let you breathe. They come into your life and don't let you take a breather. No. The answer is no. Okay. So anywho, I'm kind of getting off topic, but the thing is, what I'm trying to say is, before you try to give folks your money on this here internet and searching for somebody to give you some answers, observe and see if that person know what they talking about. Okay? And use discernment and know if that person know what they talking about before you decide to give them any of your coin. All right? I'll see you on my next one. It's your girl, So Tree Accessory.